you're an ELT or ESL freelancer and you've ever felt that there's just not enough time, clients, or money in your business, then you're definitely not alone. It can be a challenging sector, but there are definitely steps you can take to manage your time better, to market yourself better, and to be able to charge more. However, there's one other factor which is absolutely vital and often overlooked, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I'm Rachel Roberts and I work with ELT, ESL and MFL freelancers like you to help you learn the skills and develop the confidence to be able to earn more and work less in your business. Knowing I'm a business and mindset coach, it might not entirely surprise you when I say that the missing factor is all around mindset. And no, I'm not just talking about thinking positive. I'm talking about something which is absolutely endemic in the education world, perhaps particularly in English language teaching, what is known as scarcity mindset. This is the often unconscious belief that there is never enough. It's those moments when you've convinced yourself that making positive changes to your teaching business is just impossible. There simply aren't enough clients out there. It simply isn't possible to charge what you need to charge to earn a decent income. But here's the thing, the stories like this that we tell ourselves can significantly impact what actually happens. Now, you might argue that you're just being realistic, and I am all for realism. I certainly don't subscribe to the idea that you just have to wish for things and ping, they appear like Aladdin's genie has given you a lamp. However, there's no doubt that the stories that we tell ourselves about what is or isn't possible or what is or isn't likely to happen will then impact on the actions that we choose to take or not, and therefore massively impact on what actually does or does not happen. Scarcity mindset isn't just in your head, by the way. Let's face it, capitalism often encourages and thrives on scarcity mindset. We're constantly pushed to compete with others for limited resources. The message is clear: if someone else is succeeding, you must be failing. This mindset then encourages us to work excessively long hours, and often to take on more clients than we can really handle. You snooze, you lose, right? These kinds of narratives help to drive production, and in some ways they can be good for business overall. But on a personal level, they're really bad for us because they provoke fear and anxiety, and that then leads us to make really poor decisions. When we're under that kind of stress, our perspective literally narrows, and it makes it very hard for us to see the bigger picture and to actually take the steps that will get us out of that hole. We grab at things without thinking about the future consequences. We choose to work the weekend to work a few extra euros, rather than thinking about the impact on our health, our life, our relationships. We don't invest in ourselves or our business because we feel we don't have enough time or money to do this. And while not recognizing that actually this is often exactly what we need in order to move out of this trap. And so nothing changes and we keep scrabbling away, barely making enough to pay the bills. If you recognize anything in this description, let me know in the comments and keep watching for the solutions. Another problem is that as educators, many of us convince ourselves that there is something unethical in earning more than an absolutely basic wage because we're in a caring profession and we're trying to help people. The two things are not mutually exclusive. There's a vast difference between aiming to make six figures and barely scraping by, and you need to find where is the comfortable place in that for you, rather than assuming that all you'll ever do is just about make enough to pay the bills. If you find yourself consistently undercharging, it might be for one of the following reasons: undervaluing your skills. Teaching is often massively undervalued, perhaps especially because it's a profession dominated by women, who knows. Teachers often subconsciously believe that their skills are not worth that much, and they forget to see the impact that they have on students, both in terms of the students' earning potential going forward and their confidence going forward. That's worth a lot. Secondly, fear of being seen as greedy. Do you ever wonder if your dentist or plumber is greedy? Probably not. They're professionals who are compensated fairly for their skills and expertise and for helping you when you have a problem with your tooth or you have water running in places it shouldn't be. In these situations, we're usually willing, if not entirely delighted, to pay whatever it takes. Thirdly, the rescuer complex. Are you trying to rescue your students and feel virtuous and selfless in the process? How is this actually helping them to develop as people? It's their responsibility to decide what they can and can't afford and what they're going to spend their money on, not yours. These 3 reasons, while well-intentioned in some ways, are not healthy. They hold you back and they're contributing to the overall undervaluing of the whole teaching profession. And ultimately, this is what drives excellent teachers away. So it's a lose-lose situation. Any light bulb moments so far? Tell me in the comments. So how can you start to shift your perspective away from scarcity and towards actually taking action to change your current reality? 1, keep asking yourself, is that really true? How do I know that's true? What's the evidence? I recently saw a comment in a Facebook group which said, finding business English students has never been more difficult for the one-man band. Is that really true? Where's the evidence? Yes, as the poster also commented, there are big companies like LearnShip making inroads on the corporate English teaching world. However, after COVID, there are now hundreds of thousands more potential students who are willing and happy to work online. And if you can offer something more specialized and different from these big companies, there's definitely a market. So will you sink into scarcity mindset? There aren't any students, it's totally impossible. Or will you start to look at it differently and think about what are the actions you could take in order to find students that will ideally suit you, who you can help and who are happy and willing to pay you? 2, value your expertise. Acknowledge that your skills are valuable. You just need to be offering them in the right way to the right people. If you're an experienced and qualified teacher, do your potential clients actually understand what that means in terms of getting them the results that they want and how that's different from working with someone who just happens to speak English? Even if you're a newer teacher, what other skills and expertise do you have that you could package up together with your English language teaching skills? When you value the worth of what you offer and you make it clear to clients how this is going to help them, the right clients will value it too. 3, it's not about greed. Charging what your service is worth is not about greed. It's about acknowledging the effort, time, and expertise you bring to the table. A client said to me the other day, I feel bad charging this much when it comes to me so easily. And I said to her, if you were going in for surgery, would you rather have the surgeon for whom it came really easily or the one who found it really difficult and quite a struggle? It's an easy decision. And if you were paying for it, you would be happy to pay more for that first surgeon. It's not about the amount of time and effort and struggle. It's about the results you can get for your client. 4, empower your students. Stop trying to rescue your students by making decisions on their behalf about what they can or can't afford or what they should choose to spend their budget on. Give your students the autonomy to make their own financial decisions, and they'll be more invested in the process anyway. Offering a range of services at different price points can help to ensure that you can help a wide range of people while still being fairly compensated. 5, invest in yourself and your business. So many teachers I speak to are stuck in the scarcity cycle. They know who they really want to work with and the kind of work they want to do and that they would be good at. They know they would enjoy this more and be able to charge more, but they're so busy serving their non-ideal clients who perhaps have come to them through word of mouth and who they are charging less than they would ideally want to, that they don't have time to even think about how they might go about marketing themselves to get the kind of client they really do want. But you can't break free from scarcity without investing time and probably money in your business. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Start small if you need to, but work out the first steps and make sure you prioritize them and get them done. This investment is going to pay off for you in the long run. 6, collaborate and share. Join a community of like-minded ELT, ESL, and MFL freelancers who can inspire you, motivate you, and catch you when you're falling into the swamp of scarcity mindset. Check out the link to my community, the Confident ELT Freelancer Collective, in the video description, and let me know in the comments what actions you're going to take as a result of watching this video, and I'll cheer you on and give you some advice if I can.